Hi, boys and girls. I'm really excited today. We've spent a lot of time reading in reading groups, and we've done some reading conferences now. And one of the things that I realized that was going to be a little harder to do at home was to do the read to self time. I read to you, and then you read. But what we really need to do is we really do need to get our read to self time started. And you might be asking yourself, well, what is read to self time? Well, it's only like the most important part of our day. Every day in kindergarten, after we learn some lessons, we practice what is called read to self time. That's the time when the kids get their book bags out and they start practicing reading. And they choose the books, they pick good fit books that they can read, and they sit down and they open their books, and that's all they do for that time period. Now, when you're first starting in kindergarten, I realize that you don't know much about reading and you're still new. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the 3 ways to read a book, which is way back here. Now, obviously, there are 3 ways to read a book. The first way that we read a book is we read the pictures. If you have a book and you don't know what the words say, you can look at the pictures and tell the story. We've been looking at all these books in our read alouds, and they don't even have words. So you have to tell the story in your brain. Well, I pulled out this book by Dr. Seuss. It's called One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. And if I had this book and I didn't know the words, all I would do is open it up and say, okay, there are fish and they're swimming in the ocean, and there are 3 yellow fish, and there's a red fish, and there's a blue fish. And then you got a black fish who's sitting on a blue fish's head. And then this fish has a long beard, and this one has a baby in a carriage. And then this fish is pointing at a little star on its belly. So I don't really know what the words say. I'm reading the pictures. Books have pictures often that will help you read the story. So you may as well, when you get a book you don't know, tell the story that you think is in the pictures. So you can read the pictures. Another thing you can do is read from memory. Now, maybe I don't know what the words say on the page, but my mom has read this book to me about 5,000 times. And so I do know that this page says 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish. Am I reading the words on the page? No. My mind remembers what they say. Black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish. This one has a little star. This one has a little car. Say, what a lot of fish there are. So I'm not really reading the words. I'm reading from my brain, my memory. I remember this. And then the final way that you can read a book is to read the words. Now, here's the thing. We're starting off. And those of you who are not reading yet, you're going to use the pictures. You're going to be reading with pictures and reading from your memories. Okay, what you remember from books that you've heard. Only some of us will be reading words. And that's okay. Hey, it's the beginning of kindergarten. Should I expect you to be already reading? No. But the really important part is that every day we take this little bit of time for read to self, and we all practice trying to read. Enough of us do know sight words. And because we know sight words, we might even be able to find some of the words that we know. Like I see the word of. So when you're looking at books, look for the things that you do know. Letter sounds, the names of the letters, the sight words, any number words, color words. Look for the things that you do know. If you need to, read the pictures. Or if you know the story by heart, read it from your memory. And if you're really, really able, then go ahead and read the words. Now, the thing about Read to Self time is it starts off with just a few minutes and then it gets longer because kindergartners are not used to reading for a long period of time. So we want to go find a quiet spot. We want to get our books out. We want to get started right away, and we want to spend the whole time reading. So when you come to this lesson called Read to Self time, which I'm adding, what is going to happen is you're going to get a little mini lesson, and you're going to get your book bag, and you're going to go find your comfortable spot, and you're going to read the whole time. Now while you're reading, I am going to be putting on a timer. That is going to be in the video below. When you are ready to start reading, you're going to play that video and you're going to sit down and get comfortable, and you are going to read until that timer on that video rings out. When it rings, you stop it and you can put your books away. Have a great day.